Hi guys, I'm back with another kind of video for the first time, I think. Um, I promised you, of course, I'm a very, I promised you, well, I've done most of all Batman stuff, and I will continue to do so because it's my passion, it's my favorite character. But I also promised you videos about a lot of other things. And I thought that tonight I want to speak about another thing that really concerns me, and I think really talks to a lot of people and a lot of artists. And as for the title of this channel says it all, virtuoso. So I'm always addressing or thinking about or want to portray or talk or analyze some things that make virtuosos. So masters of their craft, or that doesn't have don't have to be masters, beginners, intermediary, professionals, etc. So the topic I want to talk about today is substance. Substance, not necessarily abuse, but as with a lot of artists, and of course, I mean, when you see Hollywood and you see the world of actors and the world of writers and the world of producers and directors, I think we can all safely agree that there's a lot of substance abuse in this world. So it is ingrained in our mindset, I think, as whatever the generation we come from. I think um, I'm gonna be more specific. And guys, I'm sorry, I don't write scripts. I'm sure you have. Uh, I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can see that I'm not reading scripts. My videos are often too long because I gather or I search for my words. But I want to apologize. This is how it will be. So if you don't like it, well, don't watch it. So I want to tackle the topic of alcohol today because I don't I don't take drugs personally. I haven't even tried them much. Never been interested. Never had the money. Or yeah, I mean yeah, no interest or nor the money to build a habit. Or it felt it seemed too dangerous for the benefits, and seem always seemed like, if we talk about cocaine or things like that, it really can. I mean, alcohol is just as bad, but at least it's legal and it's cheaper. So that's what's easy about this substance. It's that it's you can, in most towns, you can walk no more than 2 or 3 blocks and you'll find alcohol easily. So my question is, and I think this will be the title for this video, is are is alcohol does alcohol makes a creator better or more productive or more prolific or just more talented, or does it opens gates in our minds? Does it, like Anthony Hopkins once said, does it make the brain go faster? So we find the ideas faster, we write faster, we think faster, our inhibitions are lowered, so there's no middle ground, there's no gray areas, there's no black walls, there's no white page, there's nothing of that, because your ideas flow so fast like a river, like a waterfall. It crashes down everywhere. So but I think this is the good part of it. But the other part, I think, is that under the influence, things, if you're writing and um, it can get quite messy. Your the way your scenario or your not necessarily writing, but maybe you're dancing, you're playing music, or you're whatever the case is. Um, does it really opens the gate to creativity? Does it really changes the game so much that you have to consume more and more and often? And for my part, unfortunately, I've had a really bad alcoholism problem. Um, uh, I think I've gotten better with time because I used to consume a lot more. Um, because I couldn't write. I just couldn't write. 99% of the time, it was not if I was not drunk. So, and it's been quite hard because I've had a violent and abusive childhood. I've had in my youth and in my teenage years struggled a lot with depression. And in my early adulthood, I've gotten quite a lot of um, sickness that were never explained, that the doctors never found. Like I have fatal insomnia. Fatal insomnia means like if I don't take sleeping pills, then I won't ever sleep, never, until I die. And I almost died twice from that, from exhaustion, because the heart, you can't go. I mean, of course, the Navy SEALs go through a hell week that lasts 5 days with 3 hours of sleep, and they're running 100 miles and gunning and under in insane stressors and beating and again and again and again. It's crazy. So it can be done. But when you can't sleep after that, or if you can't sleep for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 6 years, I spent 6 years of uh, sleeping 15. Your body kind of goes in a. You don't sleep because for 6 years, I've remembered it's been just one very, very, very long day, which means, yes, I was in my bed in the dark, and yes, I felt my eyes flutter, if it's the word, uh, but I mean, I still felt the physical, my physical body. I was still alert. I was just, my brain wanted to go so bad but couldn't. It's like you're on the edge of a cliff and during sleep you jump in the clouds. But me, I, I was always 1 feet in on the edge of the cliff, but 1 feet that was staying awake in the real world. That so I could never let go. I could never be in peace. Uh, Never. So and they never could explain. It just took a long time before passing proper exams and the proper medication to stabilize me. But it's still very very hard, and I don't wish this on my worst enemy. Well, maybe I wish it on my worst enemy. Yeah, I see what I do. But yeah. So cheers, guys. But yeah, all that to say a little bit of my background. And so after that, I hung a lot with people that not necessarily bad people, but people that consumed a lot and a lot of alcohol and drugs. And I had to, if you want to stay in the party, well, you have to drink. And so we drank dawn to from sunrise to sunset every day, and it was just a lifestyle. And I had very bad IBS. I was so sick. I was so tired. Um, I just couldn't function properly, and it created a lot of trauma. And so now that I'm a little bit more at peace, my brain is always on fire, and my brain is always looking for an escape, because it's like being awake for so long creates so much stress over such a long period of time, that in the end, no matter if you sleep for weeks like I did at the hospital, with like, I don't know what it gave me, but things you only hospitals can get, powerful stuff. I don't know why I can't have that at home. I don't see the difference. I don't see why the hospital could have them for emergencies and I couldn't have them to stay alive. I think it's fucking bullshit. But there. So now I have to pay hundreds of dollars for prescription medicines that just knock me the fuck out. And I don't like them. They're very bad side effects. They cost a lot of money. It sucks. And yeah, so, and the depression never left, of course, because you don't live. So, not seeing through my 20s, being sick every second of every minute of every hour of every day, always, always, always being very sick. And I I had to cope. I had to find an exit. I have to find something that would just keep me alive. And I found alcohol, and it was the easy, like I said, easy, legal, cost money, but it's not cocaine. So, and of course, I wanted to write. I started writing when I was 15, and I wrote a lot in my 20s. And when I got a little bit healthier, um, I started writing more and more and more, and I wrote thousands of pages in my early end of 20s, beginning of 30s. I wrote a lot, and that's my ultimate goal. To become a virtuoso in writing, to not to be a millionaire, but just to make so much money so that I can live from it, that I can get a 9 to 5 job, but it's writing, maybe for, even if it's for a company or translation, or that just playing with words. I like playing with words. uh, so that's for the that's what I meant, because I don't remember if I think I've talked about it in my opening video of this channel, but I'm very a 50-50 person guy. So 50% of my world, of my universe, of my life is dedicated to writing and art and movies and stories, just story making, movie making, fairy tales, role plays, call it what you want. And 50% is physical, which means I train a lot. I go to the gym a lot. I because I try to be in the best shape possible, because I remember when I was really really sick, and of course did as much as exercise as I could. But when you never sleep, really really hard to 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 have the energy. You have no energy. You just want to die, honestly. So and I admit a lot of suicidal tendencies, um, uh, that went along with it, because when I began spending time in hospitals, and I mean, I went from um, running every day, even if I was dead tired, because the doctor said to me, "Well, if you did so much cardio and hadn't kept your heart so in good shape, you would have most likely had a heart attack, because you're from exhaustion, because my heart was under so much stress and pressure, and could never relax, could never be at peace, could never restore, uh, because that's what sleep does. It restores us. It keeps. Well, nobody. As I've come to learn, it seems that like nobody in this fucking world knows what sleep does, or how it works, or anything. Even neurologists and whatever doctors, and they don't know shit about sleep. They know the cortisol and melatonin cycles. They know light and darkness. They know about GABA and breathing practices, whatever. But as far as insomnia, they don't know that much. They just sell you a lot of pills and go along with their day. So that's the world we live in, at least in this country. And I'm from Canada, so I'm glad I'm not living in the US, because my medicine would likely cost a lot more. So yeah. So return to the subject of this video. Um, I think it's clearer and better if you can create sober. I think it is. I think your path to what you want to achieve will be um, cleaner, if I can use the expression. I think your ideas are more thorough, are more thought through, because I think when you're drunk, um, you have very bright and good ideas, but they are very short-sighted. You don't really think long term, at least for me. So you have very good ideas, but 2 days later you wake up and you realize, excuse me, you realize that you've hit a wall because you haven't thought it through. So I mean, but I'll say that, but if you're drunk every day and always build and build and build on what you built yesterday and the day before and the day after, then you can probably create something quite great. So it works both ways. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not. I think it's use with moderation. Use it to have fun sometimes. Never, never. I hope nobody that watches this ever get lost in the abuse. Um, if you can, if you're strong enough to not take anything at all, well, more power to you. I really respect that. But when you have had enough of traumas and sadness and depression and loss, uh, I think it's natural for the mind to want to, yeah, to want to have a break. And once they have had a break, once the brain has its break and its little trip around the lightness of this of the alcohol state, of the drunk state, the freedom of this the illusional freedom of problems and of aches and pain and sorrow and um, what you don't want to face tomorrow or what you faced yesterday or what you face today. I think it's very hard to let go of. Uh, I've tried many times, I just cannot do it. And um, for my part, um, I still need to get to drink to be able to create. And I think that's most unfortunate. I don't wish it on anybody. Again, I'm repeating myself, but I mean, you hear all the stories that actors take, like Stephen King. I think they said they took. I don't want to. It's I heard it from a friend. It's a rumor. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying like you hear of great virtuosos like Stephen King, the master of horror, who took cocaine all his life and nose bled on the pages. So I mean, if, if you want to do it that way, do it. I mean, it's your life. Do what you want with it, and it served him great. He's very successful. He's one of the most successful authors of all time. So again, not saying it's true. Allegedly, I'm not accusing him of anything. And so, of course, we know. I mean, I'm very very cinephile, so I really follow actors, directors that I like, movies that I like, photographers, cinematographers, casting, voice casting, whatever the case may be. And I'm sure even if the people I respect and love and enjoy their work, I'm not saying they take substances. I'm not. I can't. I don't know. I don't know them. They may be horrible people. Or incredible people. I don't know. But just to say that in Hollywood, you can't say with a straight face that you can enter this world and leave unscathed from all the substance abuse. I mean, we just saw the trial of Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp was very open about his substance problem. Never hid from it. I'm not taking any part in the trial. It's not my place to say. It's not my place. I'm just talking about Johnny Depp, the actor. I don't know him personally. I'm just talking about the substance abuse that he honestly talked about. And also, he talked about the many issues he faced in the traumas he faced in his childhood, and that's what made the substance abuse probably came from, because what childhood is where we learn of course, I'm being rhetorical here. Childhood is where we are defined. It's where our priority engines are built. It's where we are crafted in our roots. It fixes our roots to what we have to become. Of course, the teenage years will form what we will do or become as a young adult. But childhood is everything. Childhood is always the foundation. And if you have a lot of childhood trauma, such as me, um, it will be a lot more difficult to become who you want to become, because there are always broken glass. It's like walking, not walking on eggs. It's like walking barefoot on broken glass every day, every all week, all day, all year long. It's always like that. So because you have trust issues, or you have self-esteem issues, or you have or you're jealous, or you're violent, or you're angry, or you have agoraphobia, or a lot of anxiety. I think anxiety is very under uh, not quite taken seriously enough. It's developing. It's like IBS. It's like stomach aches and digestion issues for the majority of the world. I think a third of the world now has digestive issues. Seems strange. Why? And why doesn't everybody doesn't why is nobody doing anything about it? I mean, for having been with having met a lot, and I mean a lot of doctors, they don't know shit. They just don't. They know their books, they know their drugs, they know how to prescribe. They have a great little blue pen and a great little tablet of paper. That is a delivery mechanism to make you use fucking pills. They don't tell you change your diet. They don't tell you about the chemicals are in the food. I'm going in a tangent here, but all this to say that how can the world ignore a problem as huge as that, as recurrent as that, and as growing as that? And of course, stress is a major factor. Stress is like alcohol; it destroys everything. And I mean, stress is a problem again with substance abuse. That's what the first thing I think most people want to escape from. It's fucking stress. And when you're stressed, you can't really create. You're not free. How do you want to be? What's your perfect state of mind to be able to create wonderfully and again in prolific fashion, and do it on a constant basis? It's to be stress free. It's to be, of course you can have you deal with issues in life while creating, while writing, while singing, while writing music, writing movies, writing theater performances, anything, being an actor and practicing. But uh, not that I think most people cannot thrive in this world without um, some kind of um, at least taking something, maybe just smoking. A lot of fucking people smoke. It's considered normal, but it's very very unhealthy as much as alcohol. Um, and yeah, so I just want to. I'm very curious about the. I'm sure I won't get a lot of comments because I don't have any subscribers, but in the long run, um, I'm just curious of what do creators out there, if you recognize yourself as one, and YouTubers are creators. I mean, YouTubers. There are YouTubers that are virtuosos. Uh, it's not. I just want to make the point. When I say virtuoso, Um, it's not to elevate people to such a, or myself to a state of superiority. It's not that. It's just um, it's just a kind of a brand, like, not a brand, but it's just a title to say people who are creative and who thrive through creation, um, mostly in the form of an art. That's all I am. That's all I mean when I say or talk about virtuosos or name my channel virtuoso. It's just what makes me tick. It's the creative process. It's the elevation of the mind. It's create stories that makes people travel to places they haven't even thought about, or creating characters that are compelling. So, how much does alcohol play a factor for people out there? I'd like to know. Um, and I mean, when you start to, I've tried many times um, to get better, to get sober. Um, I've done month sober challenges and succeeded, but by the end I was growing very frustrated, and I was feeling a lot healthier, but um, my mind was at such kind of in a pathetic stage. It was never running quite as smoothly or as fast or as just willingly as I wanted. So now I just take a drink and my fingers almost come out and write magically alone without even me thinking about it. And it makes me drive through. It puts the fear away. It puts the doubt of talent or um, doubting myself, my self esteem problems, my worth, my self worth that I deem that is quite nothing. Um, and it puts all those bad things away and just leaves the place for creativity and openness and just ultimate freedom, because nothing stops you anymore because you don't have any ambitions, and you're like this video. I thought about it for 2 days, and it's really not much doing this video. I'm not saying anything revolutionary here, but I just want to address the topic, and I want to know what you guys thought about it. How many people are in what stages of substance consumption? Do you need absolutely do you need it absolutely to create, um, or do you feel better when you create and you don't need it, or maybe you found tricks or ways to create and be very to accomplish what you wanted to accomplish without with banishing the substance completely. Maybe people, I'm sure a lot of people have um, I've been transported from the abusive state to a sober state, and are still and I've became better um, by doing it. And I mean, such I hold people like that in such high praise because that's what I would want. But the truth is that for now, um, I I can't imagine myself really having the guts or the just the just the willpower to be able to create what I want to create or work on what I want to work. It's not a question of time. It's not a question of stress. It's purely a question of mindset and bad habits mostly. So I'll try to do I'll try to find ways to help people that my videos may be more positive. I just want to start by laying out a foundation, just like childhood, for any virtuoso out there that may be coping with the same problems. Uh, and maybe there are some people that say, "Yeah, I drink every day and to create, and it works, and I don't see any problem with it." Okay, and maybe some people are like me that are trapped there. Maybe I'm sure a lot of people have transcended that and have become better and healthier. And so my goal is always, of course, I'm gonna be ranting on some Batman pretty soon, some bad Batman movies. So I don't want to put too much negativity on this channel, but I just wanted to address the question: are um, virtuosos able? Are virtuosos? Of course, they're able without sober to create. Any creator is able to create sober. Of course, they can. The question is, are they better when they consume? Are they faster? Are they better? Are they do they do or think about things that could only be accessible with the help of the substance? Um, or is it just a habit that has because it's a very hard habit to break because the brain really the brain um, uh, the many facets of the brain chemically change under the influence and or of course over the longer you do it, the longer your brain is affected. So that's my question out there. I don't have the answer, so that's why I ask. And I'll be trying to do a series of videos on this to put tricks and to, by doing it, when I say tricks, I mean ways. I'll try to look for them. And don't tell me, well, just stop drinking and create anyway, you fucking stupid. And I say, yeah, of course, I've thought about that before. But I just can't do it for now. So, or if I can, I've got to be in a very good mood and I've had a very good day. And that's not easy. So, yeah, for people who are dealing with a lot of depression, anxiety, mental health problems, and they just announced Joker 2 few 1 or 2 days ago. So that's what made me think about mental health and the role it plays in creating like I can't wait to do my Joker commentary slash review. I think it's a masterpiece and it says so much about mental health and the reality because as for as much as it is fiction, I think it tells a lot of truths. So look for this very soon. I'll try to um, get on with this problem. I'll try to get a top of it. I'll try to get better, and I hope that I can encourage many of you to just drink on the weekends and to do most of your work as clean and healthy as you can be. So think about it. Um, I hope. I don't know if I touched a chord with anyone. If I did, please say so. And yeah, so just a tiny bit to think about. So always create, guys. Always stay positive. Always listen to music. Um, Everything, a lot of things are coming onto this channel very soon, and I will always expand the teams um, that I will review. Of course, I'm starting with Batman because it's the easier part, and because I'm starting on YouTube. But it in the next weeks, months, I'll try to do a lot of different things. I'll have better equipment and everything, better audio, better thumbnails, better visuals, most and more entertaining stuff. So thanks for hanging out there with me. Thanks for taking the few first steps with me as I travel through this crazy world of YouTube. And take always good care. So till next time, keep on creating.